Wes, very good to see you. Today we get 5 year-end money moves for a better 2025. The end of the year is always a great time to start thinking about next year. So we are sharing 5 tips to help get us all on track for 2025. And first, of course, you say do a budget checklist and make sure that you have shored up that emergency fund.
This is no fun to do going into the holidays, right? And it's so easy to overspend during this time of year, but
Yes.
it's a great time to kind of revisit, reset, go into 2025, living within your means. So checking on your monthly expenditures, maybe even revisiting all the subscriptions that we can easily opt into. And let's face it, even if they're $2.99, if you have enough of them, those tend to add up over time. I know one thing that I'm personally, Aaron, going to revisit is streaming services. Do we need all of these? And
No, you don't.
yes, go into 2025 with a good spending plan and budget.
An emergency fund, how many months?
Ideally, if we can stash away up to 6 months during our accumulating years, that's a great thing. And we find that clients are in super good shape if they're in retirement and have at least a year's worth of living expenses set aside. If you can afford to do that and not have that money maybe growing at the same rate that your investments are, but at least being liquid and easily accessible, if something blows up or goes awry, it's nice to be able to feel the security of that to tap into.
Absolutely. Next, you suggest maxing out your Roth IRA or consider a conversion.
Absolutely. So year-end tax planning, and it's kind of getting down to the wire here with just 1 month to go in 2024. But if you're able to max out everything you can in your tax-exempt accounts, and that includes Roth IRAs, put in 7,000 this year plus 1,000 extra if you're over 50, and our health savings accounts or HSAs. If you have a qualified high deductible health plan, is if you're a single in that plan, then you can contribute $4,150, or as a family plan, $8,300. So again, make sure you're getting every dollar you can into those tax exempt accounts because there's obviously lots of advantages over time to them.
I'm glad you brought that up because HSAs are uniquely triple tax advantage. Can you explain that, please?
Yes, having that triple tax threat feature. So with an HSA, your contributions are tax deductible. And of course, inside of the HSA, the positions can grow tax free. And if withdrawn properly, then that's also tax free. So it's an account you don't want to leave behind if you're
Incredibly
available
powerful.
to it.
And then next, you say consider tax loss harvesting. This is where we combine gains with losses.
These are the little things that can add up over time and make a good contribution to your overall wealth plan. And that's realizing losses along with some gains. So for instance, let's say you end up with a position that has a $10,000 gain and you've got another one that maybe has a $7,000 loss, then you can sell both of those positions and that's a net 3,000. So you kind of bring down that tax liability. And if you have losses that are over your gains, then you can use up to 3,000 loss per year, and you can carry forward the unused losses. So these again are small little things, and it's something that we do for our clients all the time, especially at the end of the year, to look at where are the opportunities within the investment accounts.
And it has been a great year for the stock market, which means it's also probably a good time to rebalance.
Absolutely, it's something that we should all be doing once per year with our investment accounts. And let's just say that you're a balanced investor. Maybe that means you have 50 or 60% in growth assets like equities and the remaining being in fixed income or bonds. Well, equities have had a great year, so it's likely they have a greater contribution to that allocation. So maybe instead of being a 60-40 kind of investor, it ends up being 65 or 70% on the equity side. You rebalance, you sell off those equities, and you bring back that natural allocation that your risk profile calls for, and more importantly, that your plan needs. So balance before the end of the year is a good move.
And last, a lot of us make charitable donations at the end of the year. If this is you, you might want to consider a qualified charitable distribution.
And charities love this because they can be planned. They are a known amount for a lot of people. And let's say you have an R&D due, and instead of taking it as a distribution to yourself, if you don't need that for your personal cash flow, you can complete a qualified charitable distribution. And what that simply is when you have your custodian, such as say Fidelity, if they're the administrator of your IRA, you can instruct them to send X amount of dollars up to 100,000 to the charity or charities of your choice, and that is not taxable income to you. and of course the charity benefits. So it's a great thing to do, and it's certainly something that many of our clients take advantage of year over year.
Yep. If you're putting money in the collection plate, there's probably a more efficient way to do it.
That's right.
Wes, if somebody would like to talk through these money moves and maybe get 2025 off on the right foot, what's the best way to reach you?
They should certainly reach out. They can send us a email to info@patriotwealthnc.com or give us a call, 919-322-4113.
Great. Wes, thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.